In the final, St. John Smith and his partner Randy Stoklos against Tim Hovland and Kent Steffes. Okay, we're just about ready to go. Kent Steffes will serve. It'll be a game to 12. The rules are just about the same as what the players are used to in America.
Except one great thing, they don't call any throws. You can just butcher that set and you won't have a call.
St. John Smith opens the action with a little hit over the block attempt by Tim Hovland. That's a side out. And now St. John Smith will come back to serve for his team. Remember, you can only score when your team is serving. Chance for a point right here. Nobody. And Smith and Stoklos lead 1-0.
St. John started off with a nice serve. Steffi's made a good pass, but Hovland wasn't able to give him a right-on set. We're going to see right now that St. John finishes the play with a nice shot down the middle. Steffi's couldn't get that high enough.
Coming back to live action, Tim Hovland puts it away.
Hovland does it very well, hitting away from his body, facing the cross court, but hitting down the line.
This is the first winter time that Tim Hovland did not travel abroad and play in Europe, and he says he's much fresher as a result. He's blocked by Kent Steffes. Kent Steffes blocks Randy Stoklos, probably the strongest hitter of the four.
Kent Steffes is sending a message to Randy Stoklos that I am much stronger. I gained 13 pounds. I was in the weight room all year, and look out, I'm going to be a force at the net.
Stoklos tries to go down the line, and he's blocked again by Kent Steffes.
Steffes is very smart right now. He's taking the cross-court angle away from Randy.
So quickly, 2-1, Hovland and Steffes in the lead. And he blocks him again!
I've never seen this 3 times in a row. That time, St. John gave him a set a little bit too tight. He had to joust, but he's not winning this joust.
Now, right now, Randy Stoklos is really mad, and I would suspect that Tim Hovland will go right back and serve Randy. He does. And Steffes blocks him one more time. Unbelievable.
I don't think I've ever seen Randy Stoklos block 4 times in a row. But great strategy, because Randy is not as good a passer. Again, look at how far he's getting over the net.
So the favorite team of Smith and Stoklos trailing here to Steffes and Hovland. And France, Italy, Spain, and Argentina all had representatives here. But we are down to the finals, and it's 2 American teams. And right now, a little bit of a surprise. The slightly favored team of Smith and Stoklos down 4-1. Tim Hovland will serve it. And Randy Stoklos hits it away for a side out.
Right now, Steffes and Hovland are serving very aggressively, and Randy is not passing real close to the net. St. John, not used to doing a lot of setting, sets this a little bit tight, but Randy uses a nice high flat shot off the block.
Tim Hovland, it's dug by Stoklos. And Kent Steffes swings and misses. He can't get it over, so that's a point for the team of Smith and Stoklos.
And Stoklos with a nice one-arm dig, really, to make that play.
Randy Stoklos, one of the great players of all time in beach volleyball, puts it in play. And Tim Hovland hits it over the block attempt by St. John Smith. We talked earlier about this wild Brazilian crowd. They're a little subdued right now, but I think with some good action, they'll start dancing and get into it here pretty soon. Good jump serve by Kent Steffes. Another point for Steffes and Hovland.
Steffes is really making things happen with that jump serve, and I think Randy is surprised right now. He's not really ready to receive the serve.
St. John Smith still in great shape, still playing great volleyball after all these years on the sand. And St. John hits it off the block by Hovland. Hovland thought he should have had it that time.
That really was a great set by Randy because he hadn't been setting for a couple of rotations. We're going to see right now. Look at how he pushes that ball to the net. St. John, his favorite shot, that cross-court angle.
It's a block by Stoklos. We talked about his great blocking prowess, and there it is.
And I think Randy feels good about returning the favor because Steffes had owned him in the early part of this match.
In fact, Randy probably thinks he owes him about 3 more.
Line,
Oh, good change of speed there by Kent Steffes. Smart play by the young man.
That is one shot that Kent Steffes has put into his arsenal. He has to have a good cut shot. He uses a little wrist on this and really away from the big block of Stokey.
Jump serve by Tim Hovland. Hovland runs it down. And the referee calls held ball.
And St. John can't believe it. He believes that he really poked that ball down, but the referee is going to call a held ball. Let's look right now. It did come to rest a little bit, but I really think maybe they should have given that ball to Smith and Stoklos.
So we'll have a replay here. Still the team of Hovland and Steffes leading by a score of 5-3. Certainly the team of Smith and Stoklos would be the favorite, although not by a lot, coming into this final. Tim Hovland comes right back the same way to St. John Smith again. And Steffes with the block and then hits it down and one.
Unbelievable athletic ability. First he blocks the ball, then it comes right back to him and he's able to hit it straight down. Look at this replay right now. Look at how low he gets on the blocking, but he just hits it straight down in front of Stokey.
Crowd starting to come alive. Kent Steffes says coming down he'd heard about the crowd, but he said nothing could have prepared him for how wild and crazy they really are. Shank on the serve. That's a break for Smith and Stoklos.
If you'll notice, they're not using a Spalding ball they use in the American tournaments. It's a Mikasa. It's yellow. It gets wet, and it's really slippery.
And Kent Steffes makes a bad pass. Hovland can't handle it, so that's a point for Smith and Stoklos. The players now will change sides and try to cool off in this. Many times they'll hose off the court with water while the players change sides just to try to cool the sand down to make it tolerable. Big hit by Kent Steffes, and the crowd here in Brazil likes it.
You can really see the body composition of Steffes. His upper body is so much stronger. He's hitting the ball a lot harder this year.
Jump serve by Kent Steffes. Steffes is there, chance for a point. And Steffes takes the heat off of it and hits a little cut dink shot. Good play.
You can see the block is starting to affect Randy. He didn't take a swing. Right now, Steffes gobbles up this shot and uses a nice cut shot on his offside.
Remember, this is best of 3, games to 12. And right now, Steffes and Hovland looking real strong. Good hit by Randy Stoklos for a side out.
Again, I think this is good strategy because now Randy just can't set up there and block. He's got to think about hitting every time, and he's probably a little tired, although that's a nice hit away from his body.
Jump serve by St. John Smith. Smith is there, and he converts. That's a big play for Smith and Stoklos, and we said there was a big crowd here today.
This guy would put up a big block as long as he had an elevator to get him up to the 3rd floor. We're going to see right now St. John doing what he does best, seeing the block and using a nice shot off the blocker's hands.
Tim Hovland with the hit, and it rubs off the block attempt by Randy Stoklos.
Hovland is doing a good job of challenging the block of Stoklos by not trying to hit power, but hitting a high flat shot.
Tim Hovland says the only thing close to this Brazilian heat that he has ever found was playing volleyball in July in Florida. The serve just ticked the net, so that's a side out. This Brazilian crowd, it's natural and normal for them to get up and dance, whereas in America, you'd be considered an oddball to do this. The players love it, by the way. Good hit by Tim Hovland. Another side out for the team of Hovland and Steffes, hanging tough.
That was really a nice play by Tim. That was a tough serve, but he made a great play to get up and use a nice shot.
Blocked by Hovland. And Kent Steffes puts it away. Another good point, so they're looking good in the game to 12.
This was all set up by a nice soft block by Hovland to deflect it. Then he makes a nice set, and Steffes just hits it right down the pipe. Kent
Steffes puts it in play. And Steffes can't get up the hard hit by Stoklos.
Really a nice block, and Kent has to dig that ball to score a point. When the ball is hit right at you, you've got to line up and stand in there and take it, but it goes right off the side of his arm.
So Smith and Stoklos have got to make something happen here. St. John Smith gets it up, back set by Randy Stoklos, but Hovland with a stuffed block at the net.
The blocking had really changed this game. Right now, Steffes and Hovland are really displaying great blocking ability, and St. John had a chance for a conversion, but the Hov said no way.
Tim Hovland says after every game he plays, the fans come up to him on the street and restaurants and talk to him about volleyball, said they really want to learn the sport. Good cross-court hit by St. John Smith for a side out. Still, though, they trail by 3, and they've got to make something happen. Randy Stoklos will come back and serve.
But if anybody can make anything happen, it's Stoklos and Smith. They can do it with so many weapons. A block, or St. John's digging, or tough serving.
It's dug by Smith. Chance for a point. Steffes blocks it, and it goes out. So that's a point for Smith and Stoklos.
And that's what we talked about. A nice block by Stoklos, channeling it into St. John. We have a chance right here. And again, he uses the block right off the hands of Steffes.
So Randy Stoklos, 6'4", getting ready for probably another big jump serve. Yes. The ball is good, right on the line. St. John comes over and looks at it. He doesn't believe it, but that's going to be the call.
He doesn't believe it because he's not used to seeing Kent use a cut shot. This is the second time in this game, and really he's worked very hard to develop that shot. He just got the outside line.
Bad pass by St. John. Broken play. Oh, Hovland just doesn't hit it hard at all. Smith gets it up and puts it. He puts it down. Another one right on the line. So turnabout is fair play.
Steffes can't believe it because he yelled nobody, but the Hov didn't take a swing, gave St. John a dig, and he knows how to side out.
Just barely nicked the outside of the line. This time, Kent Steffes with the hit, and he's blocked by Randy Stoklos. So here come St. John Smith and Randy Stoklos, one of the greatest teams of all time. They're coming back here in our first game, best of 3.
A little bit better passing and setting the off ball, and they'll be a factor in every tournament.
In the past, Tim Hovland teamed with veteran Mike Dodd, but Hovland and Steffes looks like a pretty good combination. Both of them very good blockers. Sky ball served by St. John Smith, handled pretty well by the Hov. And Tim Hovland, with a lot of room, hits it off the block attempt by Randy Stoklos. Easy side out. So Hovland and Steffes trying to hang on here. Their lead at one time was 4-1. We're only going to 12. This is a quick game. Two-hand set by Stoklos. And Kent Steffes blocks St. John Smith.
That's Steffes' 5th block. He's really putting on a clinic right now. And what he's doing is dropping his hand and taking that angle away. Look at how far he's over the net on that block.
Hovland and Steffes serving either one, Smith or Stoklos, alternating in fact. And a nice shot that time by Randy Stoklos, a much needed side out.
Steffes that time got a little jammed and tried to give it the Kong one-hand block, but Stokey with a nice cut shot away from it.
Jump serve by Stoklos goes just long.
But good strategy by Stokey. If they want to break this game open, they've got to do it with serving.
Kent Steffes with the jump serve. Blocked by Hovland. Just long. Tough break there.
Hovland can't believe it. He's saying, I've got to block that ball into the court because right now we're starting to take control of this match.
St. John Smith going to the sky ball, hoping to put it up there in that Brazilian breeze. Angle by Steffes. No touch on the block is the call. The ball was hit wide. That's a point for Smith and Stoklos.
Great strategy by St. John. This changes the rhythm of the game. It looks like an easy serve, but it's a dead ball. You have so much time to think, and Steffes hits that ball out.
St. John Smith can't quite run it down. And Tim Hovland says, hey, let's stay cool, partner. We're still in front in this game.
It's easy to tell who's the captain on that team. The Hov likes to take charge.
Tim Hovland, a veteran of many wars in volleyball. All-American at USC. Played in Europe indoors. Beach player ever since he was a young teenager. Nice little cut shot by St. John Smith. In fact, it's interesting that all 4 of these Americans in the final are from Southern California, which of course is the hotbed of beach volleyball. Set by Steffes. Stoklos with the one-arm dig, and then puts it down around the block of Hovland.
Again, they're changing the rhythm of the game with the serving. The Hov sees that Stoklos isn't up, but he doesn't hit the ball hard, and Stokey makes a nice one-hand dig. Now he has a chance to terminate, and he hits way around the block of Hov.
Stoklos comes back with the block, and Hovland in 2, but Smith is ready for it, but it goes wide. Ooh, good play by both players.
St. John almost got that ball up in the air. It's amazing how he can touch every ball on defense.
St. John Smith, I think, is considered by his peers the best defensive beach volleyball player in the world. Steffes is there to dig it, so Smith has got to play it. And 2, this time Randy Stoklos puts it away.
You can see why St. John is considered the best all-around player. He's the only player that can dig a hard-driven spike, put it right on the net, and Stokey just hits it straight down.
St. John goes to the sky ball once again. Kent Steffes with a cut shot. St. John's all over it. And he hits it. Steffes' block goes wide. That time, St. John was all over the cut shot, and Kent Steffes doesn't hit it very hard, Kathy.
Well, it looked like the set was a little bit off the net. Right now, we're going to see that he digs the ball out of bounds, but really what's changed the game is the serving. It's slowed down the tempo, and Hovland and Steffes right now are a little out of sync.
And Smith and Stoklos lead for the first time since the first point of the game. Blocked by Stoklos. And St. John Smith hits it away. Now you're allowed 3 hits after the block, and they made use of it that time and cashed in. So now they lead 11-9. The game is to 12, and what a quick turnaround, and Tim Hovland is upset. Let's look at some of the
American teams have been the dominant teams in this tournament.
So Randy Stoklos and St. John Smith lead, and we have our first game point. St. John Smith will be serving for the victory right here, and he goes to the jump serve. Nice little cut shot by Tim Hovland, and they get the side out.
I'm surprised that St. John just didn't gobble up that play. He was facing the cut shot, and I think Randy really was a little disappointed he didn't get that up.
So it's been a long dry spell now for Hovland and Steffes as they try to come back. Off the block, the big powerful hit by Randy Stoklos.
Randy really is in a good offensive rhythm. St. John is starting to set the ball real well, and Randy is starting to take over this game.
Second game point. Great build for a volleyball player. 6'4", great soft hands, strength in hitting. And Tim Hovland with an angle puts it away.
Stokey is really mad because he's saying right now, take his angle and we're going to win this game.
So Stoklos, the strategy is to block at the net, St. John to run down those hits in the back. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. A bad set, and Stoklos pokes it out.
That ball is a little bit too tight on the net. Randy was forced to just try to poke it, but he poked it long.
Must win by 2. Bad pass, and all they can do is hit it over. No, they can't even do that. And just like that, Steffes and Hovland are back, and we're tied at 11.
The momentum is starting to change. Randy and St. John were in control of this game, and just like that, a couple of unforced errors, and the game is tied.
They serve Randy Stoklos, and he hits it down easily around the block attempt by Hovland. Side out.
A very nice hit by Randy. He knows when the match is on the line, he wants to be served. A great power hit on that play.
St. John Smith with the jump serve. And Kent Steffes through the block of Stoklos. So the players are now starting to side out here as we're tied at 11.
I really think the difference is going to be serving. Whoever's going to go for that tough serve is really going to change the complexion of this game.
Tim Hovland is not known as one who goes for the hard serve. He just puts it in and tries to block.
More like the cream puff serve.
And St. John Smith hits the cut shot into the net.
A rare error by St. John when a game this close to hit the ball to the top of the net.
First game point for the team of Hovland and Steffes. This time the cut shot by Smith goes down.
This is why you call St. John a money player. He missed the first cut shot, but when the match is on the line, he will not make a mistake.
Remember, it's a game to 12, but you must win by 2. Smith digs it. One arm dig by Stoklos. Could be a point right here. And it is. We're tied at 12.
Hovland had a chance to swing at the ball. Steffi's yelled nobody, but he gave Randy an easy ball to dig with one hand. You can't do that when the match is on the line.
And the crowd starting to come alive here in Rio de Janeiro. An ace down the middle for Randy Stoklos, and with that, they take a 13-12 lead, and the teams will change sides.
Stokey shows no fear. He goes for it. A great serve down the pipe.
So this will be the 3rd time that the team of Smith and Stoklos will be serving on game point. It's best of 3 games to 12. This is the first game. Kent Steffes with a 2-hand set. St. John Smith's got it up. This could be it right here. And it is. The team of Smith and Stoklos come all the way back, and they win the first game here by a score of 14-12. And in the heat and humidity in Brazil, this has got to be very discouraging for the team of Tim Hovland and Kent Steffes.
Hovland has a chance to put it away, but he really doesn't take a swing. When a game is on the line, you have to be aggressive. And what happened in this, they didn't take advantage of the opportunities. Right now, Stoklos doesn't go to the jump serve. Hovland has got to take a swing with authority. Does he? No, he hits the ball right to St. John. St. John with a nice tomahawk dig. And when the match is on the line, look at St. John Smith deliver.
So the defending champions in the International World Championship win.